Hello, welcome to Maverrik Live. I am your host, Luke 2, and today I'm joined by Josh Ramirez.
Hello, everyone.
How are you doing today, Josh?
Yeah, good.
You all good?
Yeah, all good.
So today we're going to be tackling the most frequently asked questions in business development. As you are is your official title of a business development executive?
Yes, it is now.
A BDE. You say Josh BDE.
BDE, MBE.
So what we're going to be discussing essentially is what are the key questions you need to be asking yourself throughout your business development, because as you know, it's a ongoing process. There's no such thing as an end to business development, is there?
No. So yeah, there's no end to it.
Going to be continuously going on. So one of the main questions that we ask ourselves a lot of the time are goals, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what we discuss is, what are your key goals for your business? Like, where do you want to be? A lot of the time we ask them who their dream clients are going to be, don't they? So during, because you do a lot of business development calls as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So during those calls, do you try and, do they already know their goals, or do they like push for?
So they normally come off the back of a webinar, so we normally ask them how they found that, and we just ask them a bit about their business and what they're looking to achieve at the end of the day. And a lot of, to be fair, a lot of people do know what their goals are, but they struggle with getting into the conversations with the people. Yeah,
do you feel like they're really like high achievable goals, where like, okay, in the short term we want to do this? Because that's a lot of the questions that I think whenever I talk about goals, I always feel like you need one really big one, and then you need the little ones that lead up to that big one.
Yeah, so a lot of people we don't really ask them what their goals are as such, but we can kind of get an idea of what they're looking to achieve in the short term and in the long term. And that's when we break it down on a call, what would be best for them. The
best course of action going forward. And during that, a lot of it is, I'm going to say the second question we talk about is, what do your customers value about your business? That's a big issue, isn't it? Of saying, like, the people who come to you, what do they get out of your service? Like, what's the thing they really enjoy from you?
Yeah, and a lot of people have this issue because they don't actually know what helps them.
Yeah.
So they
think, oh, we offer like this really quick service, or we save them time, we save them money. They do quite the surface level things, but when you break it down deeper and deeper and deeper, it gets into more like, oh yeah, we solve this huge like problem for people going forward. Yeah. Like most of it rolls around time and money. That seems like the two major factors, isn't it?
Yeah, because a lot of people say they can make it quicker for you, they can make it easier for you to access, it'll be cheaper than everyone else, but everyone says that. So they need to properly open up and say, what are they actually offering to actually help their clients?
Yeah, so what makes this different? What makes this service or product completely different from just being another one of the industry products out there?
Yeah.
And it can be hard to quantify that, because obviously you could be like, oh, it isn't anything new, but it is if you like really break it down. And I think that's one of the key elements of business development, is finding key areas in your business which could be improved on, which could be honed in on, and what you can like deliver from it.
Yeah, and the problem is a lot of people in their posts as well, they say with their pain points, they don't actually know what the pains are of the people who want their product.
Yeah, when someone arrives at you, at your business, and you're thinking, oh, what can I do to, make this better? It's usually because they are, like you said, they're in pain. Yeah. So all their content they put out there is like, oh, we can save the time and money, but it doesn't speak to the pain, which is what we say during in most of our content webinars is, you need to be talking to people about what, hurts them.
Yeah.
And then they'll think, oh, I do have this problem, and I didn't know there was a solution until you came along and you showed me there could be a solution for it.
Yeah, because being in business development, and everyone else, for every company who's in business development, it's not about what I think your pain might be, it's what your pain is.
Yeah.
So you need to really break down what your pain is. Is it money? Is it you need help with something, or you've just started a new business? You need to drill in on what that pain is, not just what you think it is.
Uncovering those pain points is like probably one of the biggest questions in business development, is what problem does your business solve?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, businesses are created so it solves a problem. So any food business is created because people are hungry. Any a dentist problem is because your teeth are hurting. You need to boil down what that problem is, and then you need to go for it, and that's how you refine your offering, in a sense. Because that works for your content, like you said, it works for growing your business and which avenues you can take, and it works for your sales as well.
Yeah, and if you drill in on a post a specific pain point, then someone who you might not have spoke to before might be like, but it might really touch them, and they might be like, yeah, that is really what my pain is. Yeah, and then they'll contact you off the back of it.
The relatability of it, isn't it?
So it's good to just readjust your posts into that sort of avenue.
Yeah, because when we talk to a lot of people about growing their business and enhancing their sales, a lot of it comes from, well, I've put my message out there, but no one's actually listening. Like that seems like a big problem.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of lead generation experts and all the people who want to grow people's LinkedIn say, oh, it's all about not just about selling, it's about building yourself up personally.
Yeah.
In business development, it's the same as in a sense personal development as well, isn't it? Because as you've grown your LinkedIn page, and now you can see where you help the business grow at the same time.
Yeah.
Because they're quite similar, aren't they?
Yeah, you just need to find your area and just really almost hone in on that situation.
Yeah, it's knowing where to build and grow. Because it'll be a point in time in me working on my basketball career if I want to get into content creation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of businesses think, oh, this is where my value lies, but at the same time they should be.
But it's not.
It's not. Yeah, they're focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like not just we just don't help people grow their sales, we also help people develop their businesses.
Yeah.
Because growing sales is a sense of developing your business as well.
Because you can write all the content in the world, but if it's not honed in on your customer pain points, then it's just, well, it's not useless, but it's no use to
There's
the
no
people
direction
you're trying to
it.
target. No, it's just content for the sake of content.
So when do you feel is the best way to post a sales post in a sense?
So we go off a content sandwich. So we look to do an engagement post first to sort of get a bigger audience for then your sales post as such.
Yeah.
So we look at our pain points, and what I do is I go through, say we're advertising a webinar, I try and narrow the copy for my post into a pain point.
Yeah.
And then from my engagement post the day before, hopefully someone who's watched or viewed that post it'll hit one of their pain points.
Yeah, you figure out what someone's looking for. So if I was trying to find, I need a way to grow my engagement, I need my likes, my comments to go up.
Yeah.
And then your post comes along and says, hey, I've got a way of making your likes and comments go up in a way which you can still do your day to day. Like, cool. And then you look into it, and then you go from there.
It just goes from there.
Yeah, and that's the offering.
Instead of just talking about money or something that might be for some people, but not for everyone, you need to really focus on.
You go into it. Yeah. So in terms of the frequently asked questions for business development, it is what are the goals? My goal is to get more people to, let's say, to join a webinar. And so what we'll do is what do the customers value from that? Oh, they'll get a better way of selling, of growing their connections, this, that, and all that.
And
together.
if you have a webinar, then you want to tailor your post towards that webinar, because if you're talking about selling on LinkedIn and all your copy for your sales posts are about content, then although it comes into that, it's not specific.
Yeah,
so you might target the wrong people or not get the right people for your target audience on that.
And even if it isn't about just, it works not just for lead generation, but for any business, what you have is, knowing what goals you have and then how to talk to your customers. Those are probably the most important questions for business development.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for coming down, Josh.
That's all right.
And I'll see you next time. We'll be live on Friday at 12:15. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you'll be notified when the Maverrik Live goes live next. And we will see you back on Friday. Thanks again, Josh.
That's all right. Bye-bye.
Bye.